Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you so very much for joining us on this beautiful day. My name is Amy Adams, and I am the proud principal of Longfellow 4515 District-Wide Elementary. And we are so grateful that you're all able to join in celebrating the opening of this beautiful, beautiful school. Longfellow has a rich history of leading and pioneering through the years in Rochester and Olmsted County. What started out as the Hog Farm School moved to our home at 1615 Marion Road Southeast. We now have the privilege of continuing to grow this beautiful legacy of learning and community in this amazing state-of-the-art facility here at 2435 20th Street Southeast. Although we have closed another chapter in Longfellow's story, we are incredibly excited to embark on this amazing adventure in this new building. We are in our fourth week of instruction here on our balanced calendar as we follow the 4515 calendar. And our students, staff, families are thrilled with our playground, collaborative workspaces, natural light throughout our building, and the technology. We have Mrs. Smith's second graders here joining us. Second graders, what do you think of our new building? They have been enjoying it and having lots of fun, and we're so grateful that you're here representing our student body, second graders. So thank you, Mrs. Smith, for joining us. On behalf of our Longfellow family, I would like to sincerely thank the hard work and effort and support from LHB, from Knutson Construction, from our Rochester Public Schools leadership, facilities, and technology teams, and most importantly, the Rochester community for providing and creating this incredible space for our Longfellow family to learn and grow together. Thank you so very much for all of your support. Dr. Patel. And next, I am proud to introduce our superintendent, Dr. Kent Pakel.
Good morning. I want to thank Principal Adams for her leadership of what has been an incredibly successful move-in to a new building in the midst of a pandemic, which we're not quite out of, and your leadership is one of many reasons why this school is an amazing, amazing place. I also want to thank all of you for being here, and I've got a few people that I want to make sure that I recognize. I want to begin by recognizing the people who made this incredible facility happen. If I forget anybody, please raise your hand because you deserve to be acknowledged. We have got from LHB has been our architecture firm, and so our principal architects, Kevin Holm and Mike Madden, I think are here. Thank you very much. Jason Woodhouse from CRW also played a critical role in the architecture. Good, thank you, Jason. Our friends from Knutson Construction, Keen McWaters, Kirk Falco, Dan Kruger, and Brady Bachmeyer. Where's the Knutson folks? You all do amazing work, and we are, I don't know what we're going to do without Keen coming to school board meetings when we're done building buildings. We got to keep growing so we can keep him coming. City of Rochester Parks and Recreation Department, Mike Nigber. Mike, are you here somewhere? They've been amazing partners. Thank them for sure as well. School district staff from construction services, Bill Burt and Leah Barbosa. Where Bill and Leah are? You've got to be here somewhere. They're out doing other work. Business services, John Carlson, the person who makes sure that the money all balances. We also want to thank those who were community task force members, design team members. They were involved in the site selection, the design of the building, contractors, subcontractors, and most importantly, the Rochester community, because our community made this possible. We also are privileged to have some public officials with us. We have Representative Tina Liebling, who's here, and we thank you. Senator Dave Senjum is here. Senator Carla Nelson is here. And Mayor Kim Norton is here. And we've got some of my bosses who are here. We've got Dr. Jean Marvin from the school board, who I'm going to introduce in a moment. Julie Workman, Kathy Nathan, Dr. Jess Garcia. I don't think I'm missing any other folks from the board. When I had the chance to open some buildings last year, I couldn't resist. I was a high school history teacher, and I'm a big Winston Churchill admirer, and my single favorite quote that I will, any of you who come to the other two building openings we're going to have this fall are going to hear this again because I think it's actually pretty profound. Winston Churchill said, "We shape our buildings, thereafter they shape us." And this is who this building is going to shape, them and their colleagues. I got a little carried away this morning thinking about architecture quotes, so here's a few others for you. Yoshio Taniguchi, who is a famous Japanese architect, said, "Architecture is basically a container of something. I hope they will enjoy not so much the teacup, but the tea." Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, the German writer, said, "I call architecture frozen music." Louis Kahn, famous American architect, said, "The sun never knew how great it was until it hit the side of a building." John Ruskin, an English writer, said, "We require from buildings two kinds of goodness. First, doing their practical duty well, then that they be graceful and pleasing in doing it." Tom Main, an American architect, said, "Architecture is a negotiated art, and it's highly political. And if you want to make buildings, there is diplomacy required." Louis Sullivan, American architect, said, "What the people are within, the buildings express without." Jacqueline Robinson, an American architect, said, "Light is what gives joy to buildings." And a final quote from John Gardner, who is an educator and scholar, and someone who I had the privilege to get to know a little at the end of his life, when he was at Stanford University. He said, "The ultimate goal of the educational system is to shift to the individual the burden of pursuing his own education. This will not be a widely shared pursuit until we get over our odd conviction that education is what goes on in school buildings and nowhere else." So even though we know there is amazing education that's going on in this building, it's also happening all over this amazing community that we're privileged to live in. So we are going to welcome our school board chair, Dr. Jean Marvin, here, and then we are going to move into taking some pictures. And the kids and I were just talking about what's the thing we do when we open a new building. It's kind of a weird tradition. We're going to cut a ribbon. All right. Okay. Dr. Marvin.
And I just want to spend a minute talking to you students who are here. Have you ever seen such big scissors in your life? And you know who's going to use these to cut the ribbon? Who do you think? Oh, no, they don't. Miss Adams, that's exactly right. So as Dr. Piquel said, this community wanted you to have this new school. And what did you say this school is? Did you say it's crummy or is it awesome? Awesome! Totally awesome, totally awesome. Because a few years ago, they decided that they would pay extra money so that you could have this great building. And that shows that they think you are important and they think education is important. And they want you to learn everything you can while you're here. And they want the next generation of kids and the next generation of kids to learn everything they can. And we'll invite the community here, the whole community, even those who aren't kids. So I just need you to know that this community said, they voted that you matter.